Well, yep, it's time for me to debrief my UTA experience. I just completed a great block of training. The big final weekend was in the bank and taper had begun. I'd completed many kilometres on the course. I'd run with friends. I felt strong. I was in a good headspace. I'd done a bunch of YouTube videos on the UTA course so everyone could be prepared. Everything was done and I felt ready. I can't remember ever having felt this way before. I was ready. I even love taper. I don't get jittery. I like the vibe of being chill and being able to sleep in. But then 1 week into taper, I went for a run. It was a bit of a hill session, nothing too hard, nothing I hadn't been doing, and I went out easy. But it wasn't in my program either. I was meant to do an easy run the next day, but it was in a nice holiday location, visiting my daughter, and I kind of went to explore. And on that run, I felt a build-up in my calf. It's only subtle, I wasn't quite sure, gosh, is this something going on? But I reassessed and thought, one more hill rep and then I'll pull up short. So I started up that hill, I was going super easy. Then I started to feel a bit more of a change in the calf, and then all of a sudden my gait started to alter and I stopped immediately. But the damage was already done after this. So I stopped running completely, started calf strengthening exercises. I cursed myself and then made a plan. I got into the sports doctor who diagnosed a fascia tear between the two calf muscles. Generally a 3 to 5 week injury, and the race was at week 3. The doctor gave me a plan, and from there I did everything right. But I'm not going to lie, the roller coaster of emotions, even though they weren't as sort of strong, they were somewhat blunted because I've been through this before with my experience of trail running. It was still there. So I reflected on what went wrong. I did a run I wasn't meant to. Even if it was super easy and I could justify it in my head, I wasn't meant to run that day. And most importantly, I dropped off my strength work, which is particularly important for women my age. And years ago, I used to have a lot of calf issues and I'd got really slack with the preventative management of this. So I had a plan, no running, continue my daily calf strength work, joined a gym finally. So I was doing a lot of cardio, like elliptical and bike, just to maintain that. And I was formulating a strength program as well. And then I had to go on a test run the week before the race, 5 kilometres, meant to be pain-free kilometres. So I had hope I could still race. And the test run arrived. First kilometre felt great, the next 4 I felt it. So couldn't even flat run 5 kilometres without feeling it. There's no way I was going to do 50 Ks with over 2,000 metres of climbing, and my fate was sealed. I felt all the feels, and it's important to acknowledge what you feel. I was annoyed, then I had hope I could race. Then my hope was dashed after that test run. I was annoyed and angry again. Then I felt hope when I got to the race start and the thrill of the expo. Maybe I could give it a go. But ultimately I felt sad. I was weighing up the pros and cons, and then reached acceptance, where I accepted that I was going to choose my body and longevity over the sport and the investment of 3 weeks into recovery at that point. And I chose not to race. For me, the race didn't warrant jeopardising my recovery at all. If I was in this position for other races, for example, went overseas to do UTMB, I most certainly would have made a different decision. But for me, my personal decision at that time was it didn't warrant risking my recovery. So whether you got injured before your race like me and didn't start, or you may have lined up with an injury, or perhaps you did or didn't have the race you wanted, you all took a leap of faith, and I'm proud of you. It takes real commitment and guts to train for a race, and this is to be celebrated. But think about your why for racing. For me, it's more than just crossing the line and getting the medal on the finish. It's cliche, I know, but I love the journey, and I just love running in nature. Now, if any of this is resonating with you, know it's important to vent your frustrations, of course, and acknowledge your emotions. But then it's important to look forward and know this will pass. I've known and experienced some incredible comeback stories. So refocus your goals and stay connected with the community. When I decided not to race, I still went to the event and I had a ball. In fact, it actually lit a fire inside of me. And I'm very excited for what's to come. I don't regret any of the training, the goals, the focus I had. because I love it all. Sure, the race would have been nice to bookend the experience, but as an ultra runner, I need to look bigger than that. And I'm asking a lot of my body, and I need to give it grace at times and treat it well. This is a part of it, and I'm excited for what's next to come. For me, I don't know what it will be racing wise. I want to get my body strong, get running, then reassess, but I feel like I'd be lying if I didn't say that I could feel UTA 100 or the 100 mile is at the forefront of my mind. I'll keep you posted as to which way I go.